What is up, guys? Welcome back to another awesome episode of our new game that we're playing called Railroader here at the East Valley Iron Mine. We are still in the tutorial mode, picking up right where we left off from the last episode. We just dropped off this coal car here at the interchange. The Class 1 Railroad is going to come pick it up and deliver it for us. What we need to do now is back up our engine down this track, come back up here on the main, one of the mains, back up, couple up to this passenger coach. Might as well hook up to the caboose as well, and go pick up some passengers. We'll go ahead and jump back into our locomotive here. Let's go ahead and take a seat. Everything is exactly the way I left it, so we'll go ahead and open up the steam chest there. The reverser is already back. Got the brakes off now. We'll just give it some throttle. Be rolling back. Oops, didn't want to do that. Push this button. Not too excited about going fast right now. We are coming up. We're actually going to shut down the regulator. We are coming up on our turn right up here. Oh, and I completely forgot to blow the whistle. Gotta stay on me about that because I do try to be as realistic as possible once again. Go ahead and close those. Now we don't need those open. All right, there we go. Go ahead and give it brake. If I can hit that from here, I can. Perfect. All right. Sit back in our seat. We'll reach up and go toot toot. Go forward on the Johnson bar. Put up that throttle. Oh, I left the brake on. This one we're going to go pretty fast. Let's open it up all the way. Come on. There we go. It's probably a little too much. Perfect. All right. We'll lean out the window and we'll flip that switch. We'll also flip that one as well because we want to come into that coach right there. We'll go ahead and take our seat again. It's got to move a little bit forward or back and it will pop you out of the seat. We're going to go toot, toot, toot. I can't turn the bell on. I'm not selected in this, and I did that on purpose. I'm just trying to play this without the HUD right now. Give it just a little bit of throttle. Kind of guesstimate how fast we're going here. Oh, I fell off. Uh-oh. Just want to kind of lean out behind the cab here like this. That might be a little faster than 5. We'll find out. Bang. We'll keep it going until we hear another bang. Should be right about now. I'm looking at the shadow down there. Bang. Right. Come up here and flip our brake. Or I can brake is set. So I forgot the shift click, so we'll go ahead and turn those angle cocks. Go. And jump to the other side. Can't crouch. I don't think I can. No, not the usual commands to do it anyway. You can see that I did get it though. So on this one here, we'll do that shift click. Here we go, the angle cocks automatically turn for us. Perfect. Make sure everything's good back here. We should hear air leak, and we do not. If the angle cock in the back was open. Okay, so at this point, we're going to take our seat, and now we're going to do the shift number 2 button. Going to control click. Going to select and follow that locomotive. That brings up our UI. We're going to go forward. Brake off. I'm going to turn that bell off. I don't mind the bell. It's just a little bit on the loud side. Let's actually just turn down the bell even more so we can realistically have it ringing but not be really annoying. How's that? That's a little better. We're going to come up here and we're going to top up with water. We don't have any more coal. Obviously our coal hopper is back there at the interchange. So we're just going to get some water, make sure we're good on water, and then we'll go pick up some passengers. That should automatically start putting water in for us. And top us up. And we didn't take much. Perfect. Toot toot means we're ready to go forward. Let's give it all the beans. That is pretty cool, I will admit. We're not going to exceed 30 miles per hour here. We actually have to stop at the station up here pretty soon. And once again, guys, we are still following the tutorial. I can show you a step we are on somewhere in here. Speed limits. Viewing way bills, ordering coal. What we did, viewing way bills, connect the brake line. Okay, trading hopper for the coach. Yeah, to Whittier Station. So this is where we're at in the tutorial. Okay, and I have to push the 0 key. I was using the WASD keys to keep up with the locomotive there, because once I click off of it, it leaves the locomotive behind. And we should be coming up to Whittier Station. It's just on this has water tower. Start playing that independent and train brake. I want to bring that coach right up to the platform. There we go. Wow, I had to use the keyboard shortcuts to do that because I was concentrating on blowing the whistle. Okay, so apparently we hover the mouse. I'm going to get out of the lock view. Here we got the Whittier Station agent. It's the 24 passengers waiting. Click there, we can see that they want to go to Ellis Station. So if we control click on the coach, and then we go to passenger, and we want to take them to Ellis Station. We're basically turning that sign telling the passengers that this coach is going to Ellis Station, which is convenient for them because that's where they want to go. So we'll click that, and then we'll see that they are actually loading. You see that 19 passengers are still waiting, and we have 7 out of 60 inside the car. It's not modeled. You don't see them actually sitting in the car, but they are loading up in there. We'll wait for them all to get in there, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, and we just need to blow the whistle. We need to release our brakes. Reverser all the way forward. Give it a little bit of throttle. We do have a ways to go, so we are going to open up the throttle and get going here. Well, the throttle's open. We're going to pull back that reverser. Get up a good amount of speed here. Close off that regulator and coast for a little bit. We're doing 35 miles an hour. I believe that this curve up ahead of us here is 30 and 30, yeah. And that's just, it's more of a guideline. It's not a hard and fast. We're not going to get a penalty or anything like that. Too fast, and we do run the risk of derailment, but I don't think that's going to be a problem here, especially at 35 miles an hour. So we'll just kind of coast in. Okay, we have a sign up ahead here. And that sign says 30. That's like a speed restriction. Once again, 34 isn't going to derail us or cause much, if any, damage on this. And as we round, here's our Ellis Station right here. We round this next bend right here. We're going to be pretty close to it. So I believe we have a station post right there. I believe that's what that is. We're still doing 33 miles an hour. And I'm going to start slowing us down here just a little bit. We're going to give it just a little bit of independent brake. Bring that down to about 20. See what this signpost actually says. Station ahead. Go ahead and give it a whistle. There's our station right here. Not this building, this little one. Bringing us down a little faster here. A little too much brake. Chuff it in just a little bit. That should do. Yes, they are offloading. Now we're going to control click this again because we actually have passengers in here waiting to board, and they want to go, if I believe, right to the Whittier Depot, where we just came from. So we're just going to go ahead and click the Whittier Depot station. Close out of this. We're going to go into first-person view because we need to uncouple. Well, actually, no. And what am I thinking? We want to wait until we get loaded with passengers here. We need to turn around. We need to reverse directions here, because this is the end of the line. As we can see right ahead of us, maybe it's Control T. There we go, Control T. Takes us to the end of the line. As you can see right here, this bridge is actually taken out. I believe we will end up repairing this bridge at some point in the very near future. We are loaded. We should have gotten paid. We'll check our messages. Yes, we got paid $24. It's $1 per passenger per trip. So we got paid $24 there. So what we need to do now is pull up to this siding. Go ahead and flip that switch back on our seat. We're going to pull up to the siding. We're going to run ahead, come back on the main, and back up to our caboose with our nose and drag it in reverse back to Whittier Station. Not the most ideal way of doing things. Oh. Park it right across on that level crossing. That'll make the motorists happy. So the reason why we have to do it this way is because we don't have a reversing loop anywhere. Go ahead and break that coupling. Do that. We'll jump up here and set this brake. We definitely want to set a handbrake on this because it will roll. I'm sure those passengers love that. All right. We'll hook up our airlines. And we need to turn off this handbrake. We can do that just by releasing like that. Ooh, get in there. All right, so the first time I did this, I didn't do what I just did. I didn't hook up to the nose of the locomotive to the back of the caboose and drag it in reverse. I simply just reversed all the way back, putting my locomotive in the front of the train and pushing in reverse, obviously. So the problem that that's going to cause is, according to the tutorial, which we can open up once we get going here. Oh, I want to go back. Huh. Go. Giving those passengers whiplash. So yeah, there's no turntable or reversing loop or anything, so we have to drag it in reverse like this, which is not ideal, but it gets the job done. Oh, I missed this step there. We'll screen back over there and I'll show you that. Return trip. So we're heading back to Whittier. And when we get there, we're going to go to the water tower and top off our water. So that's going to be impossible with the locomotive in the front. So I had to do the whole reversing thing back at Whittier. Guess we're going a little fast here. It's okay. It's a little bit of a downhill. We're kind of going a little bit uphill, I think, because we're slowing down quite a bit. We didn't slow down nearly this much. Coming the other way. Did that crossing whistle a little bit early, but that's okay. Full brake. Bring it right in here. Oops, a little too much brake. This train does like to stop. It's kind of hard for me to gauge yet. Its braking power. Oh. Now we gotta stop. We were unloading passengers, so now they're getting off. Okay, and while they're doing that, I believe the next set is ready to go to Ella. So you can actually just run this back and forth and make money. It's not a lot of money at all. We're going to jump out in cab view here, open the map. We're going to go back to Ella just in the map here. We're going to go Control T, hover the mouse. That's going to plop us down right there. It says jumping car. So here, I'm going to run over here just for a second. Yep, there we go. We got $20 actually. So we can take a look at that. Got $1 for one fare, and then I pulled ahead while he was getting off. We got 19 for 9. So here we go. Let's open up this. This is our push to iKey. It is. What is it? It's a guide, profile and settings, switch list, company window. I believe that's it. Yes, company window. We come to locations, and we're here at the Ella station or the Ella farm supply. So if we click the Ella station is that over there, and they just do basically passenger service. So we click the farm supply. We got different tiers of jobs that we can do with our available contracts. We have the little mouse over. You can see this is where they're going to take it. And basically what this is they say this farm supply stuff says we have some cars coming on the Class 1 rail line. We would like the Evil line to bring it right here. Bring these cars right here. We're giving you 3 days to do it. It's tier 1. Click that, and now we've asked the Class 1 to bring it to our interchange, and we will hook up to it and bring it to them tomorrow. So we do this, we get better reputation and more money. We also do get good reputation with doing passenger service as well. So we'll go back over to Whittier, where our locomotive is. Do Control T. Just like that, we are back at our locomotive. So this is the water tower we need to go park underneath. We need to disconnect from here. Do Shift click and set a brake. Jump into our locomotive. We will back up the water hatch underneath that water tower. No, really. Getting the little spinny wheel thing and things are a little jerky for me. But, there we go. Should work. Probably not going to take a lot of water. There we go, 4,000 gallons. We'll go ahead and close that. Now, I believe that the tutorial wants us to sleep. So, not bad for the first day. The company window, select settings, tab on our time, hit the sleep button. Okay, so we'll go back to the company window. Settings. We're going to sleep till 6 a.m. Okay. It's the next morning. So, we shouldn't have used any water during that time or any coal during that time. You can see it's much darker now, and hopefully YouTube isn't making this so dark you can't see anything. We're going to go ahead and reverse. I get all the way back to our interchange on the other side of our shed, East Whittier. Took that switch probably a little fast. We do have damage modeled. Well, not modeled. It affects the value of our locomotives. And we'll talk about locomotives coming up. I'll go ahead and start slowing down here. First, that one's normal. We want it reversed. No, we don't. We want it normal. So you can see these are those two heading for Ella Farm. And here's our coal hopper, and it is actually full, which is awesome. We're going to push it underneath that elevator over there. We can start getting coal from it. Go ahead and speed back up. We're going to take this switch right here. Contact. I see it's rolling pretty good, so I'm not going to worry about hooking up the airlines. Handbrakes are released. Get it into place just over this pit. Right there is good. I'll control click, apply the brake, uncouple, reverser back, brake off, toot toot toot, and back up. I love the sounds that this locomotive makes. Just adds that little bit of realism, a little bit of ambiance to it. There we go. Looking for this switch right here. Zoom ahead. Let's switch it. Watch our locomotive come in. I love how this is kind of like a free camera as well. It's so much nicer for doing this kind of work. We're going to start slowing down. I'm going to hit it right about 5 or under. Coupled. Right. Parker brake set. Well, brake set. We'll go ahead and go in the first person jump out and hook up to these. We will need to hook up air. This one should be hooked. It is perfect, but I believe the parking brakes are on. Need to release. And awesome. And we'll climb it back aboard. Brake off, reverser forward. We're going to pull up to the coal chute and top up our tender with coal at this point. Water, we're still doing really well. We're only down 200 gallons. Perfect. And we are taking on coal. We'll see that actually go down, the level, and that coal car go down as we take on coal here. Super cool. You can see this level, of course, is rising. Jump out and see this in first person. Could have gone back or forward just a little bit more, put that coal a little bit back further in the bunker. That's all right. Sun is coming up. Very, very cool. And again, it should automatically shut off when we have a full bunker. I wish there was fireman duties in this game, but there we go. 6 tons. But it is what it is. I mean, it'd be a lot to manage for just one person to do anyway. Okay, so I believe we are ready to go. So I'm going to try and drive it from first person here. First thing we're going to do is honk honk. Reversers forward, brakes are off. Let's give it all the beans. Whoa. Let me get it going too fast here. We got our passenger train is right up ahead. We're actually going to put it on the back. We're we're going to pull those passengers to Ella Station. I do know that at one point we do need to... Ooh, I'm zoomed way in here. It's not this one. I made that mistake once. That goes to a different town, I believe. Really haven't explored that way at all. But I think we need to change track. Otherwise, we're going to be pushing that passenger train, which should be right up ahead of us here. Got a level crossing coming. Yeah, we need to change track. Need to flip that switch. Go. That'll put us on this line here. Go around the passenger train. I didn't do that one very well. I couldn't grab it right here. I had to. You have to grab it by the handle. See where change is right there. I hear the chuffing pickup. I got the timing about right for the reverser. Pulled it back a little too much, too soon. We're actually going to get off the throttle now. Because as soon as this comes back onto the main line, we're going to have to come to a stop and reverse. Should be coming up here pretty soon. Yeah, here it is right here. We're actually going to start hitting a little bit of that brake. I noticed too that it gives us a little bit of independent when we use the keyboard shortcuts here. As part of that automatic brake system that apparently we have. Super nice. Okay, no, actually, I wanted to come to a complete stop. We want to bring this thing to a complete stop. Perfect. I'm going to go into this view so I can hit that switch stand. There we go. I'll come back into the cab view. As we're rolling forward, we're going to go reverser back. Toot, toot, toot. All the beans, all that wheel slip, all the time. Come into this view so that way I can actually see as I'm reversing. Make sure I'm not going to run into anything I'm not supposed to. Bang! Everybody gets broken backs. All right. We'll go ahead and couple up to these. And turn off our handbrake. It's off. Oh, we turned it on the caboose, if I remember right. Okay, so now we should have 0 passengers. Okay, we'll click that. Passenger, we are going to Ella Station. Load up, please. The passengers did not spend the night on board the coach. Their choice. Not sure how many are waiting for us here. At 12 waiting. That's a lot of passengers. Nice. More the merrier. 37 passengers. All right. Let's go. This is awesome. I love it. There's nothing quite like taking fire to move several hundred tons, using fire to make an invisible gas to move several hundred tons at speed. That is just, I love it. Awesome. We're doing 37. I know that this curve coming up, not this one, but the next one, I believe the speed recommendation is 30. But we've been recording now for an hour. I'm gonna have to cut some down, so we still need to deliver this and basically finish. That's gonna basically be it for the tutorial. So we're gonna do it, this 30-mile-an-hour curve here at almost 40 miles an hour. See what happens. We might derail. Woo! That's the first time I've heard that noise. That's a screechy noise. I think we're coming in the Ella too. Yeah. Should probably start thinking about slowing down here. Go ahead and start giving it some of that train brake. Start bringing us down. I was not happy. I got our station here. Oop, no, wrong buttons. There we go. I'm gonna slow down too much. Our passenger coach is in the back there, so we have a little bit of extra room to get to the platform. Passengers are getting off, and we are going to hop out ourselves. We need to disconnect passenger cars. They can stay here. We'll go ahead and set that brake, break that coupling. We'll turn off the angle cocks here. So, perfect. Run back to our locomotive. And what we have to do here, I need to sit in my seat, there we go. We need to pull forward, back up, let me see. No. Okay, this is where I got in the trouble. We have to pull forward onto this siding, unhook from these cars, drive all the way up there, back up to this point here, take this siding, hook up to with our nose, their front coupler, drag these two cars down this line here, stop down there, switch this switch, push them onto that line. So it's going to take a minute. And we just got paid. As you can see, turn the bell off. Open that back up. We got paid a bunch. $72 per car. So that really pays the bills hauling freight. So we're going to leave the locomotive right here for now. We'll go ahead and close that off. Well, I'm going to get it off the track here. Or off the crossing. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, according to the tutorial, see, we've done all of this. We need to... The several bridges have been destroyed during the flooding, and this is how we expand. Hit the company window, open the milestones tab, and select the first milestone, repair Ella Bridge. So we come up here, we go to the milestones, and here's everything that we have to do in here. So we have to repair the Ella track and bridge, and it costs us money, and we have to bring supplies to repair the bridge, and it should take a bunch of time and stuff. I'm not going to click that just yet. In the tutorial, when I first did this, I did click it, and then that's pretty much it. We do have some other ways to grow. We can sell our... Let's get away from that air compressor. That air compressor is kind of loud in my ears. I'll come over here. There we go. Still hear the air compressor is kind of loud. So perhaps we'd like to adding more power to your railroad if we hit the Shift T key. These are the where we can buy and sell locomotives. So we can buy another Mogul for $5,670. We don't quite have enough of that. We have a bunch of different ones in here. There's no pictures or anything. You don't really see what you're getting. You just kind of got to know, what it is we're getting. So there's a T21 10-wheeler. We got all sorts of cars and stuff in here that we're going to be using to purchase. We got some diesel locomotives as well. So, yeah, we'll be exploring a lot of these, obviously, as time goes on. And what would that say? Finally, you have the option to take out a loan for the company. Yeah, I kind of talked about the loan in the last episode. I'm not too hip on taking out loans. I'd rather just make it work, right? Grind it out, sort of a thing. And then onward, this is the last tile in the tutorial. And it basically says, we're on our own now, good luck. So that's pretty much where I left off on my first playthrough. And now we are here. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out the description below for a link to our Discord, where we're talking about games like this one, Railroads Online, and any other games. It's actually been quite the interesting conversation over there. I've learned a lot about different games that I might be picking up in the very near future. I also have, as kind of mentioned, I've ordered a new gaming PC. That's going to bring a lot more content as well. And we also talked about VR. I do have a VR headset, so I will be doing some VR gaming as well coming up in the near future. Right now, Railroads Online is still kind of my flagship game. I love that game. This is a pretty close second, actually. I kind of really like this game. It's a lot like Railroads Online. It's what Railroads Online I was really hoping it would be. But this one here, I mean, it doesn't have some of the things that Railroads Online has to offer, such as track building and that sort of thing. So this is more like managing a railroad, whereas Railroads Online is kind of like arcade-style steam locomotive operations with track building. So that's more of a sandbox world where this is more kind of already laid out for you, and you get to drive and manage a railroad. So I do love Steam, obviously, and it's definitely a hobby and a passion of mine, but I am looking to branch out. So with that being said, I really hope you have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.